Hello.
All right. Can you hear it? Welcome to Relay.
They can hear us now while I quickly scramble to make things look pretty. But it's okay because no one's here yet and watching. So,
Oh yeah, they are
uh,
now. Hello, everybody.
nobody's here. No one's here. No one can see this happening. No one knows what's happening. We're fine. We're just gonna. There we go. We're just gonna do this. We're just gonna do this.
Doing it
Because we are, in matter of fact, doing it live. Because I was prepared for this week. I was so prepared you would never know that I was not prepared. Yeah, I think we have sound.
The really good thing is that I was equally prepared. So
Yes. Hey, Tip, I'm really, really sorry to hear that, honestly, but we're here to hang out with you, so. Hi.
I'm sorry you're having a bit rough night.
I am very sorry. That's not a nice thing to hear, but
Hope you
hopefully we can be hopefully we can be a brief distraction. However,
Ooh, I'm shivered too. That's good. I like that.
Oh yeah, you are. Sorry, I didn't even get to fixing that. My name's like cut off. Anyway, look, it's just everything's a
like
mess.
David or something.
Yeah, everything's a mess. It's been a couple of weeks since we haven't done a show since CitizenCon. It's been a month. So I don't remember how to do this. So we're going.
So it's been like forever for you.
It's been a while. But I'm here to say that we will make no promises on improving. This is just who we are, and hopefully you can put up with us.
We've only been doing it for like 8 years, almost 9 years now.
I know. And quite frankly, and this might be shocking to people out there to hear, but quite frankly, in the last 9 years, we've only gone downhill.
Oh yeah, 100%. I thought that's the only possible way to go. Oh man.
Yeah, man. I would love to do some promotion of this channel.
We're so successful. We have spammers. Amazing. Yeah.
God, I would not pay money to promote us. I wouldn't take money to promote us. If someone was like, I will pay you $500 if I get to promote Relay, I'd be like, nah, man, I would feel too bad. You can't do that. I'm sorry.
It's just us having a good time.
You shouldn't. Like, no. No.
Yep. Yeah, the days of us trying to profit off of Relay were never, and not
the days of us trying to profit were never. The days of others trying to profit did exist.
They did.
And fuck those days, quite frankly.
They haven't been around in a long time. So yeah, we've been away for a minute. Due to various as you might have noticed, every freaking person in the world is sick right now.
Combination of flu, RSV, COVID, and just like
whatever is going around.
Yeah.
I like the only reason I'm able to be on this weekend, actually, ironically enough, is because everyone's sick. Oh man.
Yeah, this was actually going to be a solo show with me, which would have been even boyer.
So good.
Oh. But
I would have watched that.
Oh, man. Anyway,
So yeah, I'm hoping that we can get a few more shows in here before Christmas. We just had a bit of a bunch of weekends not working out properly for us.
yeah,
So. Plus, Shiver had to like change positions on the
countries
board.
again.
So.
Yeah. Um,
Yeah.
I'm really hoping so. We're gonna see how things shake up over Christmas and such, but I'm really hoping that if things settle down a little bit in life here, because I'm busy, I really want to play some Star Citizen and stream it. Like, it's been a long time since I've done that, and I'd really like to. So we'll see if I'm able to find some time to do that. In the meantime, it's ISC, or not ISC, IAE right now. Gah, acronyms.
Yes. Well, actually, both things are true. We have had
Yes.
2 ISCs during IAE.
Mm-hmm. This is true. We're gonna just. God, I don't even know how to do this. We didn't like cut the videos this week. We ran out of time. Eric tried very valiantly to do so, but ran out of time.
We thought we had videos. We didn't have videos pre-cut, so we tried to do it very quickly, but the videos ended up being too difficult to edit in like the 20 minutes that I had.
So we're actually just going to skim through the YouTube videos and chat about that.
Side, you actually have control.
I do,
which is a bonus.
That doesn't mean I'm going to be good at controlling it. Here, let me actually turn off closed captions. There we go.
Anything about you being good at it.
Okay, good, because I'm not good at anything. Let's talk. I want to talk right now. I don't even care. We're starting. Okay, fine. I am actually very good at a surprising number of things. Not even bragging. But I don't I'll just say that.
Tear apart my entire house and rebuild it. It's fine. I do it myself.
Oh, I cannot wait to show people the laundry room that I've just done. There's one piece missing, but I completely rebuilt the laundry room in a 2-week period, and it looks like it should. It looks like it belongs in a magazine. Okay.
Nice.
Anyway, let's talk about this ship because I bought one.
I bought one too, like right away because I was like, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Sold. Give me it.
It has.
I know a lot of people who are like, I haven't spent money on Star Citizen in a long time, but I bought that ship.
It has arms that look almost like the Banu Defender. Like it's like powerful on like the stance. I love the looks of it.
This looks like the ship that abducts you.
Mm-hmm.
This is the alien abduction ship.
It also looks like it should be a mining ship. Like it lands over top of the ore and then like extends a proboscis into the ore and like butt drills it.
I would love that.
I think that should be the Xi'an mining ship. It lands. It's got really long legs. It lands and extends a proboscis and butt drills the ore.
That would be amazing.
I think 10 on 10 idea right there.
That's almost as good as the spider miner that exists in Star Citizen, which I cannot wait to see.
Which is supposed to come with the Reclaimer. No, it's not that. Oh. It's a different. It gets its own miner.
The size of a ship. It's huge.
Yeah. Sorry, the Reclaimer gets a drone miner, but we don't know anything about it.
Yeah, they're mining probes, I believe. Of some
so
not miner, salvage, right?
Salvage. Yes, salvage, not mining. Sorry, I'm really tired.
Brainworm.
Yeah, they did a really, really good job on the interior of this ship. Like, astoundingly good job. The writing, the lines.
I love that they're just like, yeah, we thought that Xi'an liked caves, so some parts look like interior caves. Like, that's amazing. I love it.
Like the bed with the rock walls, it's so cool. I
So neat.
love this ship and also absolutely hate it because this tiny little, what is it, like $65 ship is better outfitted than the $180 Freelancer.
No, it's not. Has less weapons, has less cargo room.
Yeah, but it looks cooler. It's got a functional washroom.
You said it was outfitted better. It's not outfitted better.
Yeah, we all know. Hey, no, hang on, because we all know that the number one important thing for Star Citizen fans is a washroom. And you have to admit,
This is one of the best washrooms that exists.
this is a much better washroom than anything we got on just about any other ship.
Like, look at that. That's amazing. Oh. Yeah, the Bangstang is has been left in the dust.
But I think this leaves a lot of things in the dust. I would actually really like to see CIG kind of reevaluate where the Aurora and the Mustang sit.
Oh yeah.
Because at this point,
With the
I know that
Cutter and the Sulin, the original starters are nowhere near as good as the newer ones.
well, even the 100i, it's still like sleeker and nice. Like
The 100i is nicer, yeah, for sure, than either of those two.
I feel like the Aurora and the Mustang should almost be like budget tier. They should be like $35 instead of $45. Like, this is your budget entry into Star.
Just cut the price of them. These
Seriously.
are 17 cents.
They're
Oh my
not good ships. Like,
No.
they're not.
They're gonna need an overhaul, and it's obviously very important that the Aurora and the Mustang are good because most people own those.
Can the Aurora even really carry any cargo?
Yes.
How much?
Not much. 2 or 4 SCU, I think.
Yeah.
I think it's the CL that can carry cargo.
Yeah, but who has the CL? Like the base Aurora.
Well, it's the cargo one.
Yeah, but even the
Aurora,
base,
I don't think the base Aurora can carry cargo, but
and that is a problem because every ship that isn't a direct like fighter military ship, every ship should be able to carry at least 2 SCU. To be able to play Star Citizen how Star Citizen is designed now, every ship should be able to carry at least a couple SCU. Every ship needs to have a weapon rack and 1 or 2 SCU for non-combat ships, but every ship needs a weapon rack somewhere that you can store weapons. And like, it's a new game. I know none of this existed. What's that?
which one do you get with the starter pack? Is it the MR or the ES?
Yeah, I don't know. I do not know. While you're looking that up, though, I want to complain because it's me. This is what a Xi'an ship is. This is a ship with pure Xi'an tech, and you look at the amount of
Oh boy, here we go.
fun stuff in it, and the way it takes off, and the way its thrusters are built in, and the way everything like folds. Like, there's so much going on in this ship, and I get it. They've designed this now. They designed the Freelancer a decade ago. That said, one of the key points of the Freelancer was the Freelancer is the first collaboration between MISC and Xi'an and incorporates Xi'an tech into its design. And I would really like to see the Freelancer actually incorporate some Xi'an tech. And they could do it really, really easily. If you remember back to the original Freelancer model, it had stairs in the middle that went down and then folded up. Have some friggin' floating Xi'an stairs. and bring that middle entrance back. Get rid of the side door, bring the middle entrance back with some floaty Xion steps, and turn that wasted space on the side into a weapon locker. Bam. Fixed it for you.
Well, I can tell you right now, I just checked. The Aurora MR does not have cargo space. The Aurora CL has 6 SCU, which is actually pretty respectable.
6 is not bad, but the MR being like the base model for the verse and not being able to carry any cargo with it, I think that's actually a big problem for when Star Citizen goes live and people show up to play.
I think they should. I think when they do Gold Standard Pass on the Aurora and the Mustang, they should make sure they all have at least 2 SCU.
Which means they got to get bigger.
Well, no, they don't. Not at least not for the Auroras. They strap up their cargo straps on the outside.
The Mustang has to get bigger though.
Mustang probably has to get bigger. Yeah.
Well, I guess it's got all that room under the wings. Maybe could like clip to the bottom, little like testicles.
I have a cargo clip.
The Mustang can have cargo testicles.
There you go. Perfect.
Off to a good start. Cargo testicles, and Shiver's not even here.
He is in spirit.
He's in the spirit. Anyway, I love the look of this ship. They definitely need to do some updates so that it can be landed, because it lands backwards and you can't see it, which is a problem.
Yeah, I mean,
but,
you have to switch to an outside view. They I mean, a lot of people switch to the outside view to land anyway, but
and they're gonna fix that.
From the FAQ, it sounds like there is a landing radar coming, so for all ships. So
yeah, and probably a backup camera. Speaking of ships that are just outstandingly beautiful,
you just want to stop in space and go back.
I have to say they are absolutely hitting it out of the park with ship designs this year. Like,
absolutely.
The Spirit is beautiful.
Yep.
Beautiful. I want to see, because the Spirit's sort of like, it's like almost a freelancer level, right? Oh, look at those ships side by side. Which one of those are you gonna pick? Come on.
Yeah, I mean, neither of the two on the sides have any hope against the Spirit.
No. I really, really would like to see a Crusader starter.
Yep. Yes, please.
I think that could be gorgeous. If they do a Crusader like starter ship. Okay, everyone in the verse, melt whatever starters you have and take it, because what else do you need, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I love the Spirit. It looks great. I'm excited. I haven't actually flown it yet. I've got one. I will admit,
there you go. You can do some Star Citizen streaming and try out this.
Yeah. I need to do some Star Citizen streaming and try out the Spirit, the Suilen, and also Pyro, because I still have not booted up Pyro.
I have. And I only was in there for a short time, and it was pretty awesome.
Nice.
I got frickin' wrecked. You'll have so much fun.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, I'll just take this mission to capture this cargo bay that's been taken over by pirates. And there were a lot of pirates. I died. There were bodies everywhere. It was sad.
I'm excited.
You were a lot more fortified than I expected.
I've heard quite a few like ancillary notes of, yeah, the AI is like working more frequently now, and when it works, you're dead.
It's a combination of it working better, and also they're just like, yeah, there's like probably
more
20 enemies in that cargo bay. And so you're like, oh, you march in there and you're like, oh, I'm gonna kill all these guys, but then you're surrounded by guys who are all charging at you and firing, and it's easy to die. I used so many med pens. I was like, I gotta remember the key for my med pens.
Yeah, I don't know what I'm getting for ye old Christmas yet this year, but I've set up a list of things, and one of the things on my list that I'm hoping that Mrs. Eris decides to purchase for me is a joystick upgrade. So right now I'm using a T1600M, and I'm asking for a VKB Gladiator,
Ooh.
which anyway, we'll see. Okay,
Ooh, those
now's the
look
time. The VKBs, they look really nice. Now is the time where I ask everyone in the chat. So, Tipitarius, what are your thoughts on the
There are
C1?
theoretically several other people watching. Well, sorry, some other people watching.
There are others, but nobody else has said anything. So I'm
That's a
not
good
going
point.
to call out the lurkers. I'm just going to call out the one person that's talking. But lurkers, feel free to say something too. What are your thoughts on the Suilen and the spirit there?
Oh, the spirit's so pretty.
And I don't know if we've got any videos of it, but what are your thoughts on the spirit versus the Zeus? Because I mean, I picked up a Zeus.
Okay, you just sprung that on me. Oh boy. Oh right, yeah. Right.
I picked up a
mean,
Zeus.
I really don't like what they did with the cockpit on the Zeus Mark II.
Yeah.
I like the spirit more, I think.
Me too. I want to like the Zeus, but I feel like it strays too far from the soul of the Zeus.
I just wanted my space shuttle.
I just wanted a space shuttle, and it's still the Avengers, the only one we got.
Yeah, I know, which is hilarious. The penguin. It's such a great.
Yeah.
ship.
I don't think I can get rid of my penguin just because it is the only space shuttle we got. I do also want to say really quickly, I hate the Tumbrel Storm. I hate it.
I know you railed on it last time too.
I think it is a useless and horrendously ugly piece of machinery. Like it genuinely astounds me how ugly this thing is, and
I have a
how
question.
just
Why is it useless?
I don't okay. It might not be
Rolling gun.
useless,
That's
but
what
it's a rolling city gun. And it's shit at rolling, and it looks like shit. And
Why
it's
is it
a
a shitty gun?
giant. Yeah, but it's a giant vehicle. It look at your cockpit there. Why is it the size of Montana?
Because it's a tank.
It's not a tank. Why are those treads so big? They're like, okay, we could do
Micro tank.
normal size treads, but what if we make 8 times the size tread hubs that are really good at getting hit and make a perfect target? Like, it's just not a military no one would design that and say, yes, this makes sense. It boggles the mind. It eschews every single learned combat design thing. I hate it. It's
Which is
hideous.
perfect because so does the dog.
Hey, let's cover the tracks. Let's cover the tracks on the top of the vehicle where it'll never get hit, and let's leave them completely open on the front and back where they will get hit. No.
Well, it
Don't
protects
protect the
it from bombs
treads.
from you.
Like, it's stupid. It's just not logical design, and that bothers me.
That's fair. I think it might be fun to play with, though.
I think it would be fun to play with. Like, it looks like a fun vehicle, but its design is
I love
bad.
the repeating laser cannon.
The laser's yeah, okay. The laser's pretty cool. Fine, but why are those treads open at the back there? Why are they open?
I don't disagree with you at all. No.
Like, it's just
I think that you should be on the 62 strong ship team.
they don't want me on the ship team, believe me. Hate it, hate it, hate it, hate it, hate it, hate it, hate it,
Love
hate it. Ooh, Crusader. Love it. Hate it, hate it, hate it, hate it. Yes, welcome to our meeting, everyone. This meeting is the 97th meeting in my series of meetings simply entitled Redo the Freelancer. I'm just wondering where we're at on revamping the Freelancer. John, you go first.
With 1,000 missiles?
I mean, yeah, that one actually looks a lot better to me. Just because the missile launcher, this makes more sense to me because the missile launcher is not right in combat. It can be further back.
Yeah, it's a good
right.
Yeah, behind enemy lines.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
That was pretty. I do think the missile launcher thing is pretty cool. The problem that I have with missile launchers too, especially in a vehicle like this, is unless you have ready access to ammo refills, you're gonna leave yourself really vulnerable if you run out.
Why is it doing this? Okay, give me a second here. I have to resize this because apparently it's not going to just work out of the box, because that would be asking too much.
Weird.
What?
Video's
oh,
this video's different aspect ratio.
Why would? Fine. Okay. Okay. Well,
they want it to be cinematic, David.
Well, I'll change it up again after. Here we go. I mean, it's a very pretty video.
It is, yes. Oh, I just love the alien abduction theme with this.
Miami, you have been with us for forever. You know how professional we are. You know that we know what we're doing.
Sometimes we're like pseudo professional. Not today, but
do you remember that, like, back when honestly back when Jake was with us, but like, do you remember that like audio clip we did, or like the live things with like me doing the live news? We did a couple of those. I can't hear you, Eric. Your sound has died.
Hello, I'm back.
Hello.
I do have a wireless microphone, so occasionally it just dies.
Yeah. All I'm saying,
it usually lasts for hours, but in this particular case, that has already elapsed.
I'm just saying, we used to do a lot of kind of impressive shit, and
then we realized how much work it is to just be alive.
Oh my god. You know what, Miami? Don't worry, I got you covered.
Fuck.
I got you covered, Miami.
Be able to make one episode. Oh, there it is.
Anytime you want to see this beautiful piece of work. I mean, okay, let's be honest, it needs some updates. But it wouldn't have problems with the rotating engines because they're completely separate. The missiles would be part of the body. The bottom thing is a bit weird, and the cockpit does need to be turned a bit more into modern MISC style, but this is still a significant improvement over the current Freelancer.
I like it.
I love it.
Do it up.
I think it's a beautiful ship.
You should send
Hey.
an email to John Crew.
I don't know if I should say this, but I'm going to say this. I really wanted to go to CitizenCon this year. And if I had been able to make it, which I wasn't due to reasons, money, Jake was going to, let me hand John Crew a cutout, like a printout of that, and make my case to John Crew about why the Freelancer version 2 should make a comeback. So next year, when I go to CitizenCon, it's gonna happen. I'm gonna make the case.
I really hope I'm like 6 inches away from you at that point.
Look,
Just
okay,
to see his reaction.
but here, look, you can even explain it. Look at how. Okay, here I've got a perfect example. Actually, Eric, can you really quickly look up the Freelancer and what year it was made in?
Oh, I think 2013. I'll check right now.
No,
I mean,
not
it's been-
our year.
it's been
Their
recent.
year, like their year, like 27.
Oh yeah.
42 or whatever.
Yeah, no problem at all.
Because we're what, 2953?
Yep. All right. Do. Ba-da-ba-ba. Gotta be in here
Wait.
somewhere. It's okay. It's not on the Star Citizen wiki.
Huh. Anyway.
What about here?
Regardless of the year, here's what I'm thinking. We've already seen how beautiful the Zeus is and how ugly RSI's update to the Zeus is. We also know that CIG have said that they want to do not yearly, but occasional updates to the ships, like 2955 Aurora is different from the original Aurora, but they keep the original Aurora in game, right? Like car models, right? A 1970 Mustang is significantly different from a 2023 Mustang. So why don't they do that? Keep the original shitty Freelancer, and then MISC comes out with MISC 2.0, the Freelancer 2.0, which is an updated version of that model. You know? Hey? Right?
I like it.
All right, let's watch this. What are we watching now? The Spirit. A commercial about the Spirit. What a... Like, whoever designed the Spirit did such a good job. And yes, it should have its own lore.
Why the hell can I not find
The year?
You know who would know? You know who would know? Paul would know.
Paul would know.
Even though I'm having a horrible time trying to find the year, but
Paul knows everything.
I know he does.
I need to see if I can go back on the pub. I haven't been on the pub in way too long. I love Paul.
If you ask, I'm sure he'll have you on anytime.
I know. This ship is... I think it's in the top 10 ships that CIG have ever made.
Oh yeah, it's freaking gorgeous.
It is... and the way its wings like fold up at the end, when it's landing, I love it. I love it so much.
And it looks really beautiful landed too, and flying. It's just it's great ship.
Okay, that's the Spirit. Were we gonna cycle through a little bit of this?
I mean, I'm happy to watch the entire 25 minutes if you.
All right, let's just watch it. So this is the updated. This is the updated future of gaming Star Engine, which I'm not gonna lie, I have a slight issue with the title, because if CIG aren't going to sell Star Engine and let anyone else develop with it, then this isn't the future of gaming, it's just the future of Star Citizen.
Okay.
It's only the future of gaming if other developers can use it.
Can you get rid of the white bar at the bottom of the video? I'm sure it's
Get rid of
gonna
them
just gonna
easily.
crop it more.
Yeah, just gotta grab it. Cropped, and I'm gonna make it bigger. There.
I don't have an issue with the title because to me it's I don't know, it is what it is. It's a title. Fine. And who knows, they might sell Star Engine. I don't know what the rules are around it. I don't know. No Games Layer. You should ask the Games Layer. See if he'll come on.
Should actually, yeah.
Oh man.
I will admit, again, I've had no time the past couple weeks. I haven't even watched the updated version, honestly. It's been.
Not, I'm sure there's some changes, but I think it's mostly the same as it was when we saw it at CitizenCon. But it is nice to actually be able to see it in 4K and everything.
I heard they updated the AI in the fire scene. They updated the like the water effects when the Gladius gets destroyed. Like they fixed a couple things that didn't work quite right in the CitizenCon presentation.
Right, I know. When I heard they added that relative velocity meter thing too, which is pretty cool.
Yes. Yeah.
This video is amazing. To capture all this shit in one shot is just like 25 minutes straight, one shot.
Yeah,
is amazing.
It's funny. They have genuinely created something special. Really, really special. And we all know it, right? Like all of us here, we know it. We're signed on. But I think so many people haven't realized it yet because either they haven't even heard of Star Citizen, or they're stuck on it's vaporware, it's a scam.
Yeah.
Or they've tried to play it. And the biggest problem with Star Citizen right now is that the game doesn't really work with the current server technology. Once they fix that,
yeah, it's vaguely playable right now. It was actually better last year, but oh come on, what the hell's the word? Persistent entity streaming kind of broke it a little bit.
Yep.
It's better. And the Pyro one was really good. I had fun with Pyro. But yes, server meshing will help immensely.
And
they'll be able to brute force it, right?
Yeah, and like Miami says, optimization. Once it's optimized more, like I think once people give it once it's ready and people give it a chance and see what they have made, it's one of the most. I genuinely think it's one of the most technologically astounding games that have been made. That said,
absolutely is.
Really quickly, because they just showed it, the Carrack is a hideously ugly ship and they need to go back to its concepts.
It needs to be less chunky.
It's too chunky.
Yeah. I think they just need to make it bigger. I know that they made it smaller, or they made it the size it is so it can fit in hangars. Screw it. Make it so it doesn't fit in the hangar. Just make it properly.
Make it look like it did in the concepts, because the concept Carrack, I want a concept Carrack. I would love one of those. The in-game Carrack, You know what it is? No, I'm not going to say that because that's not a nice thing to say. It's, how do I put this? Is the term
exactly what happened. It's just
Oh, I know what happened, but is the term catfishing? It's like it's got this online, it's got this image of itself, and then you show up in person. Is that catfishing? I don't know.
yeah, it's totally catfishing for sure.
The character's catfishing.
Yep. I mean, a lot of people still love it, so I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah.
But I do wish that they had stuck closer to the concept and not. What they did was they stuck closer to the specs and
Yeah.
tried to fit it into the length that it was originally concepted at. The
Yep.
problem was that the concept wouldn't have right proportions, and so
They
it
should just
didn't
made
work.
it a little bigger.
They should have made it bigger. Yeah.
Is Miami, is this year's IAE not great? I haven't booted up. I haven't gone to visit the show floor. I've done it every year. I haven't this year, but that's too bad. We're not there yet. And I'm not going to bring this and like really get into this now because we're still like a month away. But
You know, one of the few like tech things that I really hope that they deal with in the like eventual future,
what's that?
it bugs my brain, is the rivers look really good except the rocks in the river don't disrupt the flow of the river at all, and it bugs my brain.
They'll get you. They'll get to it. Two, you know what really bugs me?
What?
All pine forests.
Except they exist. Like there are a lot of them do.
A lot of them do, but even in all pine forests, there is other, like smaller, like other trees do grow. They just don't grow. They grow more sporadically, but they only have pines.
Not in the tall timber, they don't. But
I
this
know,
is
but
not
it's-
tall timber though. This isn't tall timber though.
No.
Well, when you're out near the mountains in the timber, like it is.
And that's
just be
it,
all
yes.
pines, all pines for like kilometers.
Yeah, but this is not
but
that.
This isn't tall timber. It should be more of a mixed forest. I agree. I would like to see more other trees mixed in. I would kind of be curious as to why they haven't, because they have other trees.
Yeah.
I'm assuming that they have decided that the biome settings for this is just that it's
Whoa.
this is the trees that are here. Oh,
God, that's
apparently
annoying.
the space cow just
I love the space cow. Okay.
Yep.
I'm gonna pause right here on the space cows really quickly because yeah, sorry, Streamlabs OBS is dumb.
just got
I apologize. Anyway, so every year after CitizenCon, I show Mrs. Eris, the highlights, right?
Yep.
And this year we had a friend living with us as well. So I showed her the highlights as well. And oh my god, because like it was like, okay, yeah, this is kind of cool. Okay. And then they saw the space cows and the noises the two of them made.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Ultrasonic?
I think yeah, there was something going on with ovaries and like just cute overload. They loved the space cows, and I have to admit, I love the space cows. They're great.
Yep.
Mrs. Eris was also really excited by the hair tech.
Mhm.
And
The hair is insanely
oh
good.
my god, it's so good.
It is probably some of the best hair, like in terms of customization, that exists in games.
Yeah, the whales did it too, Miami.
Oh,
Definitely.
I'm sure they did.
But
I lost my shit at the whales personally, so.
Yep, I remember. But the other thing that they said that I thought was really fun is when I showed them the blood. And
yeah.
they're both nurses. Mrs. Eris used to be a nurse. Her friend is a nurse.
Mhm.
And when I showed them the blood, they were like, "Oh yeah, that's actually that looks very much like how blood actually flows out of someone's ears."
Nice.
Which is something you just got to think about a little bit, you know?
Oh man, I love the new
Right.
quantum effects. Oh,
I
man,
love it.
they're so pretty.
It's a lot cleaner. Like you can see more outside.
Probably my favorite part is when they come out of quantum and the vroom of
Yeah.
of Yila coming into view. Oh, so cool.
And the rings are actual rings with like objects in them. God.
Star Citizen's a cool game, guys.
Oh, Star Citizen is just fucking stupid. It's fucking stupid and shouldn't exist.
I know, and they're gonna pull it off.
Yeah. Yeah, they are. Ooh, Grimhex is back. Cool. That's good. I hate Grimhex, but it's good.
I mean, I love that it exists. I don't love spending
Yes.
time there.
No, I hate visiting it. It needs to exist,
David.
but I hate going there.
Ba-da-ba-bum. I just love this video, man. It does such a good job of showing off the
Look at
scale
the
of game.
look at the sun in the atmosphere. Like
That's what I'm staring
just oh
at. Yep.
God.
It's funny. It reminds me of the relay
Logo?
logo. Yeah, with the
Yeah.
because that is actually a picture. It's a picture that I modified of Pluto with its atmosphere lit up like that.
I really like the relay logos. We did a good job.
Yep. I have one on my fridge.
So do I. Courtesy of Desmarius.
Yes.
Way
That was
back.
cool. I love that we just slapped those on the side of our cars and we're driving around
Yeah.
with them.
Yeah.
Oh man. Oh, and now
Anyway.
Orison has proper water.
That's good. Orison is I like how they've done Orison in that it like they keep expanding it by just adding new platforms. It's cool.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good way to do that. Yep. It's a really good test bed for them, I think. Anyway, what I wanted to say earlier was I think this year has been really good on the development side. It hasn't been as good on the gameplay side. Just because
last year was king for gameplay.
Yeah. But the space, the spoils. I love them. I love them so much. I will make it my
I do
entire.
find it interesting that they showed them in atmosphere. I'm assuming they also will go into space since they're space whales.
They're not space whales. They're Orison whales. They inhabit like a livable band in the atmosphere of Orison. They're not space.
The lore of them than I do.
They're unfortunately not space whales.
Damn it, Chris.
Chris said a long time ago actually that he would not do space whales. So we have.
I love the Star Trek episode that we get every once in a while of them interacting with some space creature.
Elwook, yes, you did miss the first 50 minutes, but you're here now, and that's all that matters. Hey.
Oh, look, we actually decided to do this show again.
Yeah. Yeah, we've been off for a bit, but we're back.
We've been intending to do it every week, and yet
Shit keeps happening.
Oh
Um,
man, the jump point approach is just
I love it. I love it so much. I was gonna say, I think that this year has been really good for development. I think this is probably the best year for development that we've had. This year's CitizenCon was certainly the best CitizenCon we've had.
Yep.
No question.
You know what helps?
What's that?
Having 1,300 developers now,
Yeah. You
including
know what else
another new
helps?
studio in Turbulent.
Yeah. You know what else
Or
helps?
CIG Montreal.
Jake.
Yeah, I mean Jake is the project.
Yeah. But what I want to say is, and I think we'll probably have an entire show on this at the end of the year. But I am, for a couple of years, I didn't spend any money on Star Citizen because I was like, not happy enough with it. I'm not going to spend any cash. Money speaks. I have now spent some cash, not a ton, but I have spent some. I am
A lot of people have broken their.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
their
think
attendance.
next year is going to be really fucking good.
Yeah, I think as soon as I have a sneaking suspicion we're gonna come upon a point. It might be when server meshing first comes out, but there's gonna come a point where Star Citizen starts to actually work properly.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Where the AI works properly and the
Yeah.
economy works properly, and all of a sudden it's just gonna be awesome. Like, and it because all the bones are there. It just
Yep.
needs a little bit more. I think, and that's one of the things. Like, once they have server meshing, if server meshing works well, they should
I
be
will
able
be
to
right back.
kind of brute force it into performing well, just by having lots of servers, um, assuming that the meshing works works well. But yeah, I'm very much sensing a period here where all of a sudden Star Citizen goes from being kind of hard to play, buggy experience to being a good experience, and that's like server meshing plus the new UI stuff, which is going to be huge for people. Like being able to get around all of a sudden with maps and mini maps and everything. Um, all of that is going to take the game from hard to play and kind of not performant to something that you're going to be recommending to your friends because you're like, this is fucking wicked. um, Star Citizen's often been a difficult game to recommend to people because you have to understand that it's a work in progress. A lot of people don't want to play a work in progress, so
So I've got my like IRL friends group, and back in 2012, I got every single one of them, 10 or so of them, to back Star Citizen.
Mhm.
Most of them at like Aurora level, but one of my really good friends, actually backed up to a Connie.
Yep.
And they've tried, some of them have tried once or twice over the years to play it and have hated it and like been not interested at all, and it's buggy and shit. But one of my other friends he's recently started playing it every day. Like, he plays the shit out of it, which is kind of funny. But he keeps pushing for everyone to try it. Like, he wants us all to play it together, and he's pushing and pushing and pushing for it. And I keep being like, no, nope, nope. Because I think I get one more shot to get these guys into Star Citizen, and it's not there yet. I'm sorry. I don't care what you say. It's not there yet.
No, it's not there yet, but we can see it from here.
Yes, absolutely. And that fire.
CitizenCon showed us that it actually is coming.
Mm-hmm.
It's there.
100%.
The fire is so good. Even just the whole thing, like that whole aspect surrounding like resource management and having ships that are on fire and soft death and fixing components and that whole thing, it brings it a lot further.
We had a lot of fun as a group playing Barotrauma.
I have never
Baro
played Barotrauma.
It is a very difficult game that is beautifully done. Barotrauma is you're in a space submarine you're in a submarine on Titan. Um,
That's a that's a very dangerous scenario.
yes. And it's you go from spot to spot and you've got different everyone's got a different role. So there's a captain that's driving the ship, you've got weapons, you've got engineering, you've got tech, like you've got all these different spots and everyone has their job, and there's always stuff happening in the sub. Right? There are alien attacks and your stuff wears down as you're traveling and you have to repair it and you have to like and it if you want to really see what multi-crew in Star Citizen could be, play Barotrauma with some friends. Like,
understood.
That, to me, Barotrauma is a perfect example of what multi-crew could be, and it's why we need multi-crew so much, because it's going to make right now, like the last time I played with the friend that had the Connie, like we took my freelancer out and I think I flew and he sat there for 10 minutes and was like, okay, so are we doing anything? Because there's nothing for him to do. There's nothing for someone else to do, right? So, like, just as soon as we get some of those systems of like, yeah, can you go tune up the engine because it's having trouble, like something to do. Yeah. It's gonna make all the difference.
It's gonna make a huge difference. I wanted to give huge props here to the Planet team, who managed to make a planet that is covered in yellow moss look. I don't know if realistic is the right. Well, no, realistic is what I mean. It looks right for in some way, which is weird because the whole freaking thing is covered in bright yellow moss and but it is such a cool looking environment. I also love that because they don't have like trees here, they were able to make the density of like the little like strands of moss grass like really high, so it looks great. I love this planet. Well, they must love it too. They always use it to show off Pyro. Oh, the water looks. David.
Yeah.
The water.
I know. Tell me if that's better, Elwook. Eric, can you speak a bit?
Hello. I'm here. Am I better now, Elwook?
Pitch you up a little bit more. Let's see if that does it. Okay. Yeah, I wanted to watch one. I was so incredibly surprised when they showed off Maelstrom.
Yep.
And yes, this looks a lot better. The ship landing in the water. Wow.
So.
Wow.
Jeez. I'm blown away with what they're trying to do in a live game. Like it's just, and I know things like Battlefield do it, but it's a different deal to try and do it on this scale. It really is. It's not the same.
Yeah, the fact that this is happening in an MMO. Like this is in an MMO.
Yeah, I know. It's crazy. It's that's what makes it so amazing too. Is it like it is it's a universe. They're making a game, and it's funny because the universe is so big that they still weren't able to make it real size. But it's a lot closer than anyone's ever really attempted. Oh man, what a great video! Such a good video.
All right, I think we got one more video we can show
Well,
for right now.
we haven't seen the Arastra bit, so
Yeah, and
or
that's
the,
what I'm.
like new ISD, yeah.
Let me resize this a little bit. There we go. Right, the
Oh, the SRV.
friggin' yeah, that's the
Tow
word.
truck.
The tow truck.
I love having a tow truck in this game.
Having a tow truck's really cruel, really not cruel, cool. I like it, and I like Argo ships. They look good.
You know what? I have a nit to pick with them.
Go nuts. Pick that nit.
The tow beam needs to be way brighter and more
Yes.
visible than it is. It's very hard to see. My guess is that
100
the VFX aren't done on it, but
100% agree. I also have a nit to pick.
what's that?
Argo, to me, is the one manufacturer
Mm-hmm.
that should not have any alternate paints. I don't care. If someone changes their Argo ship from orange to something else, I'm gonna blow them up. Sorry.
I just visualize you sitting in a bar somewhere in Microtech being like, I'm no pirate except anyone who paints their Argo ship.
I never want to be a pirate, but if you paint your Argo ship something other than Argo orange, that's like, it's like, you know, the friggin' digger things, or like the big dump trucks, the cast dump trucks.
Yeah.
That's like painting one of those something other than yellow. No, you don't. No.
I really love the Argo orange.
A Star Kitten Argo might get a pass from me, Elwick. Like, might get a pass, but it's tough to say. And yeah, the black and yellow looks nice, but it's not Argo.
I would like to see that one, and I'm sure someone's going to make one in game, but I mean, it's not inspired or anything, but I think it would be kind of cool to do one that's a blackout version. The whole thing is matte black.
Kill it.
Might be fun.
Blow it up. I really
try and find it.
Yeah.
Oh man.
It's a nice ship. I like the Argo styling.
Yep. I do think there's going to be a lot of demand for tow trucks.
So this is actually a question I had, and it's something I was thinking about while this episode was playing, while I was watching it, in that for there to be a demand for a tow truck, there have to be a couple things. One, and they didn't say this in the episode, I'm just assuming this. The tow trucks have to be able to tow things through Quantum. Like, they don't say it, they don't show it, it has to be able to happen. Otherwise,
you would never be able to get anywhere.
Yeah, you can't get anywhere. The other thing, there has to be a real monetary benefit to getting towed rather than blowing yourself up, dealing with the claim time, Yep. I think that claim times have to increase significantly for anything larger than like a single seater.
So one of the ways that this is going to happen a lot is if you have anything on your ship that you don't want to lose, cargo,
yes,
really nice attachments. it's very quickly going to be way nicer to call the tow truck for 50,000 credits instead of replacing all your shit or your cargo.
But to get there, like, that means that this isn't going to be useful until, well, one, full persistence. We know that things aren't going to get wiped frequently. And two, there have to be enough interesting things in the game to get. Because right now, there's honestly not that much of interest.
Like, what do you mean?
What is there that you want to not lose? Unless you've got a ton of cargo that's worth a ton of AUEC.
You get quantum drives and shields and mining lasers and shit that are pretty fucking expensive.
I guess, but I don't know.
Part of it for me is just the, and I mean, it's one of those things. It's they have it. They're showing it off now. This is definitely something that's not as useful now as it will be eventually. Yeah. It's the direction they're moving in, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
And they were already talking here about how, when your ship is in soft death, you can repair it. You have to tow it back to, but eventually, it'll be more and more and more useful, basically.
I do have a question about that as well, because there's going to be, honestly, a kind of interesting competition between, okay, your ship is in soft def. Do you need the tow truck, or can you get I don't remember, is it a vulture? No, there's one that, that's the south. There's
the crab one.
Yeah.
What the frick is it called?
I don't remember what it's called.
Star Citizen Repair Ship. I'm sorry, we have reached that point. There are so many ships now, I can't keep them all in my brain. It just doesn't happen. The Anvil Crucible.
Crucible, yes. So it's like, do you get the tow truck or the repair ship? And if the Crucible exists, is there much room for the tow truck? And I mean, what is the maximum weight of a ship that the tow truck can tow?
I mean, it towed a Caterpillar, which is...
Yeah, can it tow an 890? Can it tow an Idris?
We don't know.
We don't know.
Actually, is it in the FAQ?
I don't know. Anyway, I really like the ship. It's cool. I'm glad they're doing it.
Oh god, yeah. It's neat.
I
do think there's going to be competition between repair and towing. I think that it will depend on the situation, and I think either thing will be able to help you in. There's definitely going to be situations where you could do either one.
Tip says they're supposed to be able to combine beams to tow heavier ships, which that's good to know. I want to quickly.
I expected that.
I want to quickly. Oh god, I literally just forgot what I was going to say. I was going to say something. Now I forgot. Anyway, I want to shift us. I want to shift us over to this. Oh, okay.
I found out what they're going to use it for.
What?
I just looked at the FAQ.
Yeah, and?
The SRV's towing beam is a little different compared to your ordinary towing beam. It can move cargo containers and ships. In the future, it will also be able to tow asteroids and rocks. That's what it's going to be used for. It's going to be a weapon.
Yep.
Anybody who's watched
asteroid bombardment,
read or watched The Expanse knows exactly what I'm talking about.
All right. Okay. I've frozen it on this this screen grab because I want to talk about RSI and RSI ships.
Mm-hmm.
Because, and Eric, you can vouch for this, I have a very famous hatred of RSI ships. I think that they are consistently some of the ugliest ships in the verse. bar none. I hate RSI. I think the Connie is an overworked piece of garbage. It's like, you ever see on like TikTok or Twitter or Reddit those like novice welders where like a guy doesn't know how to weld? That's who put together the Connie. Someone that spent 12 minutes in welding school and just put together an entire spaceship. That's who welded the Connie, because it's shit. And that follows through all of RSI's ships. Every single one. I bought the Zeus. I hate the Zeus. Why is it so ugly? Why is it not just the Zeus? The pretty Zeus that we could have had. Oh, we could have had. Anyway, Aurora is hideous, dude. Like the Aurora is hideous. Why is it's a heat sink? The Aurora is a weird little heat sink. It's just horrible. The Scorpius is as close as RSI gets to really good looking. That said,
actually, I'm going to disagree with you for. It's kind of funny. I'm going to disagree with you for another mining ship. I think the Orion is incredible.
is the Orion RSI?
Yes.
Oh yeah. Okay. No, the
Doesn't
Orion
look
is.
like any other. Any
It doesn't
other
look
RSI
like
ship.
any RSI ship.
That's. I actually do not like the design of the Arastra, and it's because I think they should have made it look more like the Orion.
I agree with that. I think it should look more like the Orion. I love the Orion. That said, this ship, the Arastra, is my favorite looking RSI ship, aside from like of the traditional RSI styling. I think this ship does it best.
And is it because they exposed more of the interiors?
Yes.
Yeah, I thought so.
And
That's what they said they were trying to do.
They exposed more of the interiors, and two, they stepped away from RSI's stupid triangle obsession.
A little bit.
Like they at least blunted the front and made the front interesting. So many of RSI's ships are just triangles at the front, and it's like, is it the Nautilus? Or not? I don't know. Anyway, I really like the Arastra. I think it looks great. I am absolutely by no means going to buy one because I have no interest in, multi-crew mining. That said, it's a cool ship. I will be right back. Eric, I want to know what you think.
There's another ship I know you like from RSI.
What's that?
The Apollo. I like Doritos. Oh man. Hello, Cypress. Yeah, so I mean, I love mining ships. I'm definitely interested in this ship. This is a big ship. It's got a lot of capacity. I love the fact that the mining turrets can move. I love the idea of the center one transitioning to be from being above the ship to below the ship. Very cool. I also cannot wait to see that happen in person. Like, you know what I mean, in the game.
You are right.
What do you
I
guys
like the
think?
Apollo. The Apollo is a beautiful little ship, but it's another one that doesn't feel like RSI. RSI is best when it's not feeling like RSI.
I know. I don't hate the Arastra, but I do wish that I was kind of hoping that they would style it more like the Orion.
Yeah.
And less like a cousin of the Constellation.
There are a couple of ships, the Orion, the Endeavor, that I think are going to grow significantly.
And the Orion can too, because it is strictly a ship that it has no way to land.
Same with the Endeavor.
So, yeah, and so it has to dock, and it can't land. So
Yep.
ships that are that big, like they can't afford to get bigger because you don't have to fit them onto a landing pad.
I mean, the Endeavor is going to get bigger and significantly more expensive. Same, honestly,
Oh, yeah.
same with the Orion.
I cannot wait to see the Orion in action. It's going to be
Yes.
insane.
Well, and I think there's a big thing missing right now before the Orion can matter. I don't think there are big enough asteroids.
No, and I don't think that the way that the Orion actually works in the game right now.
Yeah.
Like being able to fracture asteroids apart and then eat the pieces. I don't think that actually works properly in the game. So
Yeah.
I just love the idea of a huge mining ship that what it does is it destroys asteroids and eats to pieces.
I do love the Orion in theory. Like I love that idea of like,
So cool.
but I also, and I think there's going to be, it's going to be interesting to see if they can pull that one off because I'm going to pause this. No, I'm going to go back here and just pause it on. Where's the Orion? 1 second. Sorry. There. So the Orion's, I believe, a 6-person ship as concepted.
Yeah, it's probably gonna be more though.
Hey, Radurid, I thank you and I apologize.
Yeah, thank you very much. 7 is the max crew for the Orion.
7.
And yeah, it's listed at 170 meters long. It may end up being twice that long.
Yeah. So, one, there aren't big enough asteroids for the Orion to even handle yet. So that's something that's going to happen. They're going to have to like update the asteroid text so that the asteroids can fracture and then can, like there's a lot to happen before the Orion can even matter. The thing that I'm waiting to see is, can they make asteroid mining fun for 6 people or 7 people?
Yes,
Can they?
I absolutely think so. I absolutely
Yeah?
think they can.
Okay.
Do you know why I think they can?
What?
Because they already have the design document. They've been working on it for years. The original design document for the Orion is good.
It's one of the only design documents we have. Yes,
I know, and
it was good.
It explained why you would need that many people.
Yep.
And not only that, but when you combine the Orion, like all of the intricacies of mining with the Orion, with the drones that it's going to have, with all of the normal engineering shit you're going to have to do on there, like all the normal stuff you have to do on any ship. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think that you're going to end up with like an
I
experience where if you have 7 people, then you definitely have enough people. If you have like 4 people, everyone's running around like chickens with their heads cut off.
I'm I'm really excited to see that pan out because that's the one thing that we haven't seen pan out at all yet is really the multi-crew. And like next year when we finally start getting a taste of it,
Yeah.
I'm excited.
Yeah,
Because yeah,
go ahead.
go ahead.
I was gonna say the whole thing with resource management and repairing bits and pieces of your ship and having things break down and actually being able to see that, like
Yep.
having the visualization of all that happening. Um, yeah, it's gonna be huge. Also, all the new scanning and everything, it's gonna be massive.
New scanning, the new map. I love the new map. Ugh.
The new map changes the game.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. I really hope. So I will never do an Orion. I don't have 7 friends. Um that's too many people for me. But
You don't have to do it on your own though.
yeah.
That's the fun of Star Citizen. You just go, I would like to be a crew member.
Yeah.
You're looking for crew for your Orion?
Hippotaris, you're
Straight
not
up.
wrong. The star map is.
Yes.
Ugh.
Yes. There are times when that is literally the case when I'm like, I don't want to look at the star map. I'll just point at something and go.
Yeah.
I can't wait to have a proper map.
This
Yeah.
has been a long journey. 11 years?
You might say it's been a long road getting from
It's been.
there to here.
Yeah. Yeah. But there's something in game development that you see quite often where, or you do if you read between the lines and look hard enough. Games normally aren't even announced until 1 to 2 years before they release.
Now, there was a while where they were like, "We'll announce it 6 years before it's."
Yes, and they've stopped doing that because it's a bad idea.
Yep.
I think we have finally hit the 1 to 2 years till release.
Not 1. I would say 2 to 3.
Well, but 1 to 2 for Squadron Stars. Like, we're in that now. If this were a normal video game, this CitizenCon presentation, like some of the stuff they showed this CitCon.
One is definitely not happening because
No,
it's not coming out before Squadron.
No,
it's almost certainly not within the next 12 months.
2 to 3, but like we're in that we're finally in that range of this is when you'd normally hear about this video game.
Yep. Yeah, if Star Citizen was a normal game, you'd probably hear about it next year at the Summer Games Fest.
Or maybe I think you might hear about it this year at the Game Awards. Yeah.
Maybe. Also, I don't know, but I would love for there to be a Squadron 42 trailer at the Game Awards.
Oh, yes. If I think they're going to do it the year of
well,
Squadron's not hitting next year.
I know, but I still want it. I want people to freak out about the Squadron 42 trailer in December.
I want it next year. I don't want them to say a damn word about it. And then next year, I want Squadron 42 at the Game Awards with, for the first time ever, the release date.
Or that
April. I actually don't think they should. I think they should not unveil that at CitizenCon. I think they should do that at the Game Awards.
All that to the backers?
I think they can give all of the information to the backers they want. I think the release date, I think they need to make that the marketing thing, and the Game Awards is something special.
It sure is. It's amazing.
It's amazing. We're going to stream it.
By the way, we are streaming the Game Awards. It is in 2 weeks-ish.
Yeah, you should come watch us.
Yep.
But I really think a Game Awards trailer for Squadron with Mark Hamill showing up on stage to talk to Jeff Keighley about it.
Yep.
And a release the next year, a release date. That's what they need to do. Because if they can do that, that would bring hundreds of thousands of completely new people to the game for the first time.
Yeah.
The strike is over. And I want to say really quickly, well fucking done to the actors on strike. It seems like they got the things that were needed, especially provisions around AI and not replacing actors with AI.
Yeah, I don't know how the studios ever thought they were going to win either one of those battles. They were existential threats to both of those groups. They weren't going to back down.
Yep. And I'm glad they didn't, because AI is cool, but it's also really dangerous.
It's not. We are a very long way from an AI properly replacing a person in a movie.
Yes, but it can be done now. It actually has been done now. It was actually done in Cyberpunk. The expansion to Cyberpunk did it for an NPC character that the actor died, and with the permission of the actor's family, Cyberpunk created new lines for the character, or CD Projekt Red created new lines for the character using AI with the permission of the actor's family. Right? Like,
Well,
but
you
it's
do a lot of manipulation to that, though. I guess you can in movies as well.
yep.
Yeah, okay.
But it needs to be with the permission of, right?
And compensation of.
Yeah, permission and
Like,
compensation.
okay, cool. You want to use my likeness in a movie? Please give me $10,000.
Yeah,
You
I know. Not that we're gonna get that anytime soon, but ooh, this is broken. No, I can't do that. Okay, never mind. I can't do that. I was gonna try and look up the article and post it, but I can't do that right now, so I'm not gonna do anything. God. I think this is about
Yeah.
it.
Huge props to the writers and the actors for both.
Yeah.
You know, winning the fights they needed to win.
Considering how much studios make and how much executives at studios make and how little writers make,
Yeah, no shit.
guess what?
And actors too. Actors,
Ac-
I mean, unless you're a huge big name actor, you're not making much money.
But without all those actors and all those writers, there's nothing. It's
Yep.
more unions matter. More unions need to strike to get fair wages and fair pay for the people that are doing the actual work rather than the people that sit at the top and rake in all the money.
I think you're going to see more and more strikes here as people try to bring their wages back up to meet inflation.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, Miami, you're right. Like, there's so many people involved
Absolutely.
in filmmaking.
Yeah.
And so many of them are treated like shit, and that's not right. I am ostensibly a writer. I have written 2 books. They've never been published, but I have written 2 books. And there's something that's always seemed wrong to me, that actors get more acclaim than the people writing the movie. Like,
Yeah.
the actors are good, they're important, but it's the person that wrote it.
Yeah.
Right? Like, the writers brought the world to fruition. They gave it life. The actors inhabit it, and some of them can do it really well.
Yep.
But they shouldn't be making 100 times more than the people that wrote the damn thing.
Agreed. They also, and you can also see, like, there's a lot of movies out there with amazing actors in them that are just dog shit because they didn't have good writing.
Yep.
And actors can overcome some measure of bad writing on their own, but they can't save a project. It's so weird. You see it all the time. It's so weird when you're looking up, your favorite actor, and you see like some of their movies are like 4 out of 10 on IMDb. You're like,
Yep.
whew, what happened to that one?
And the thing is, that goes across every, like, one of my favorite movies of all time is, and I'm blanking on the name here because that's just what I do. What's that? No. Hot Fuzz is the best movie of all time. It is the favorite. One of my favorites is The Secret Life of Walter Mitty.
I haven't seen it. I've been
You
meaning
need
watch it
to.
for years.
You need to watch it. The
will.
cinematography in that film is mind-blowing. Like, it is beautiful. Just like, oh, mind-blowingly beautiful. And I think it needs to be like, holy shit. Like, I hope that whoever did set this stuff up made all of the fucking money. And I know that they didn't, but they should have. And it goes through everything. Like, I don't know. There's a lot of worker bees that don't get a lot of
Oh yeah, that's
compensation for the work that they do. It's not just in film and movies, it's in everything. It's McDonald's wouldn't exist without the the
Armies
wage labor.
armies
Yeah.
of high school students that are working.
Yep. They're the ones that make all the money for anyway.
Yeah.
We're done.
Thank you, everybody.
We gotta stop
We had a
talking
good
before
time.
I say something that I shouldn't save on recording. And
David,
yeah,
we have thousands of episodes of this.
I
We've
know.
got a lot of examples.
we do. But before we go, I have something very special I want to say. Because I can. Eric, happy birthday.
Hey, thank you. It's 12 days ago, but yes.
I know,
you very
but
much.
this is the first stream we've had since your birthday.
Guess
I'm
what,
saying
everybody? This guy
Happy
got
birthday.
me a fucking telescope for my birthday.
it.
Not
You
like
know,
a toy telescope either. I'm gonna.
there are two kinds of family. There are the family that you are born into, and there's the family that you choose. And Eric, you are part of my chosen family, and I love you. Happy birthday.
Love you too, man.
You are
Thank
you are the greatest human.
Thank you so much. And yeah. Happy birthday to everyone else out there who has November birthdays.
Yep.
I have so many of them around me. It's bizarre.
And I love all of you people that show up and watch us for some bloody reason too. Really
thank you,
appreciate
everybody.
all of you. Genuinely. I know
We're gonna try and
we have-
miss fewer weeks, but we just ran into a period where we were busy all the freaking time.
I'm sick. Cass was sick for a month, literally a month,
Oh,
and she spent
God.
like 2 weeks on antibiotics. It was rough. And then we spent a day in the hospital with Link. It's just rough. Anyway, genuinely.
Oh, and then your ISP walked up to your house.
Oh
and
yeah,
tipped the cable.
yeah. Was that last weekend?
That was last week. Yeah, you had
Right.
no internet.
With no notice, no anything, they just shut down my internet service last Saturday. It just ended, and I spent, God, like probably
Hours. I was
6 or
talking to you.
8. I know.
Yeah.
I think I spent 6 or 8 hours on the phone with their like tech support, trying to be like, no, you guys fucked up. Fix your shit. I was not happy. Not happy. Anyway,
God.
I just wanted to say, genuinely appreciate all of you that come and talk or come and sit and watch. This has always been a genuine pleasure of ours, and while life doesn't, always let us do it as often as we would like, know that we always like to be here and hanging out with you all, and we really appreciate all of you. Love you all.
And
You all
I
matter.
promise that we'll try and drag the real Shiver back here.
Yes. Yeah.
Not this
Yeah.
impersonator here. Thanks, everybody. Have a good week.
Thank you all so much. have a good rest of your weekend, and pineapples eat you while you eat them.